It's the last thing you want to do, so be careful right now, especially driving around PG. Taking a full look at weather now. Weather Authority Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca. They are so adorable, and it's tempting to try to get close, but not a good idea.
I'm here with some additional deer tips for you tonight, Veronica. First of all, play the sad scene from Bambi. Deer won't want to come near your place. Also, have you tried employing a mountain lion, a puma, a cougar, whatever you want to call it in your neighborhood, as
Talk
defense?
about staying far from an animal.
Yeah, you know, if you do get in that, just remember, if you mess with the fawn, you're going to get the hooves. You don't want to get the hooves.
You don't.
Okay, let's move on to weather before I tell some bad jokes. Okay, here's a look at what's going on out there right now. A giant H and a giant L in the sky, all part of our current weather pattern. The jet stream moving from west to east across the region, still fairly zonal, not a lot of amplitude to it. And by amplitude, I mean ups and downs. We have some going on, sure. And with each one of these little downs, as the jet stream points southward, we have weather systems that passes by. One is passing by right now. It's really dry for us here on the Central Coast, but we'll bring some severe weather to the Central Plains in the coming days. And this ridge of high pressure, which is building in behind it, will have a bigger impact on our weather in the coming days. And that's going to keep skies mostly sunny. It'll force winds almost offshore tonight, which will help promote some drier air moving into the region, cutting through the clouds, but also helping bring some warmer air to the coast. We've been in pretty strong onshore flow for the last couple of weeks, which has kept coastal temperatures fairly cool. Really, ever since the beginning of April, when we saw that very warm period of weather. Things haven't been all that warm since then. We've had some rain on and off, but unfortunately, no rain in the forecast right now. We'll be tracking temperatures as our main weather story, I think, here in the next couple of days. So let's talk about temperatures overnight tonight. Right now, temperatures are pretty mild. It's a little cool and breezy out there, and those readings will drop off tonight with the drier air in place. Even coastal cities dipping down into the low to mid 40s by the time you wake up tomorrow morning. So if you're heading out tonight after the sun goes down, it will be a chilly evening. Even if you find a spot that's not really all that windy, expect temperatures to be cool if you're going to be out and about. Futurecast showing mostly clear skies tonight. Could see a few additional clouds just over the hills. But after that, I think we'll see those clouds clear out for the most part. And as we kick off the day tomorrow morning, the drier air in place will lead to a sunny start to the day for most locations. Winds were more northwesterly today onshore. Tomorrow they'll be more northerly. You can see the winds arrows pointing from north to south. These are northerly winds. They'll be a little bit gusty over the hills overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. So fire danger will be a little bit elevated in the mountains, something to keep in mind if you thought, you know what, I'm going to go up in the mountains and have a campfire, which is probably a really terrible idea. So don't do that. And that dry air will also help promote some downsloping. So Santa Cruz, you're going to have a warm day tomorrow with winds compressing down off the Santa Cruz Mountains. We'll get you in the mid to upper 70s. And then places like Salinas and most of our inland valleys will be fairly warm tomorrow as well. Quite a bit warmer than today. Our overall air temperature is going to raise on average about 10 degrees across the entire viewing area tomorrow. And skies should remain clear. There's a chance with some onshore flow, a little bit of a sea breeze tomorrow night. We might get a little fog near the Monterey Peninsula, but otherwise I'm expecting pretty much wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperature forecast tomorrow. Take a look at this. Back into the 80s in Scotts Valley, Felton, Ben Lomond tomorrow. Santa Cruz, upper 70s. Very nice on the north side of the Bay beaches. 75 in Capitola, looking glorious. Aptos to Watsonville in the 70s. Even Salinas coming back in the 70s after a high only in the mid 60s today. Gilroy, you're in the 80s. Hollister in the 80s. And even Marina, you've had trouble getting out of the 50s the last couple of days. We'll get you at least in the upper 60s tomorrow. One of the cooler areas will be the peninsula because you'll still have those northerly winds off the water. We'll keep you at 63 in Pacific Grove, a little bit warmer in Monterey. And the farther east of town you live, you know, if you head off toward Highway 68, those areas will be quite a bit warmer than maybe places closer to the aquarium, for example. So average high of 67 across the footprint of the city tomorrow. Down south, some of the warmer readings, 80s from King City southward in the Salinas Valley. Bradley, our hotspot tomorrow at 84, and even Big Sur and Carmel Valley coming back into the 70s tomorrow. So over the next 7 days, temperatures on the coast really not budging all that much. It looks like it's going to be a fairly warm week for us with highs on average close to 70 degrees, and we should be around 65 or 66, so we'll call that above normal for most of the week. We will see an increase in some clouds later on in the week, and a weather system passing by this weekend will kick the wind up a little bit more again, cool us off, and we're watching for some precipitation potential, but it looks pretty low at this point, so we'll keep an eye on it, but at the moment I don't have any rain in the forecast. Inland areas also will see highs continuing to head upward Wednesday and Thursday at our max, then cool off a bit into the weekend with that passing system, but all in all, looking like a pretty nice week, and one that's not quite as windy as weeks past. Veronica.